So what is up, guys? So we had WWDC yesterday, and it's still going on. It's a developers conference, and so there's a lot of things that are going to be happening this week, especially for developers. Also, I have been getting your comments about new microphones. We're going to work on that. I actually wanted to try to see if this would work. I don't know if it will, and so that's why we're obviously going to work on getting a new microphone, and maybe we'll work on getting a camera for the future. I really like shooting on iPhone. It's really easy. It kind of makes it easier for me to switch everything over to the Mac. But the future of this channel will be different. And so I thank you guys for coming out and still supporting me and everything that I do. And so I appreciate it. So let's talk about WWDC. We're gonna start off with the iOS and iPadOS. They finally launched a calculator app for the iPad, and all I gotta say is about damn time. And so so now we got a calculator on the iPad app, and so now you can actually write into the calculator, and it will generate and it will solve your equations for you. It will also do the same for Notes. Notes has gotten smarter, and so now you can write your math equations out in your notes, and so now it's gotten just a little bit better for Notes. We also got home screen changes for iOS 18. So what this means is that now you can move your apps anywhere you want, and you can also change what color they are and things like that. And so that's super cool. And so we also have this feature called where we can lock different apps with Face ID. And so basically, if someone tries to get on your phone, they're required to open that Face ID unlock just to get into the app that they're trying to get into. You also can hide apps into an app drawer with Face ID. And so that's pretty neat. We also have a new control center with new features, such as now you can, now it's a little bit more organized, I could say. And now you can slide down with your thumb and you can get to, say, your home controls really quickly, or your music controls, or your video controls and things like that. And so that's super cool. And then if you keep scrolling, you can actually get to more shortcuts that's based and embedded into settings. And currently I'm actually testing iOS 18, and I'm probably going to do a review on it and give you my thoughts about it, because right now I think it's just a minor update and it's not really that big. We also have underline italics effects in iMessage, along with new iMessage reactions, where you can now add, say, you don't want to add a heart, but you want to add the fire emoji. Well, now we can do that. We can add the fire emoji, we can add the skull emoji, whatever we want, instead of just those boring old tapbacks. And so they basically upgraded tapbacks. They also introduced different widgets and health integration with Apple's Journal app. And so now we got, now your Journal app will actually hook up to your health. And so, which I never use the Journal app, so I can't really, I can't really be the one to review the Journal app. And so, but I've heard, it's pretty good. And so now you can actually, I think you can now do drawings and write in Journal app. There's also a new way for you to control people's home screen whenever you're FaceTiming on iPad. And so say like you want to show someone something, you can draw a little line and say click here, or you can say, can I take control, and you can control their iPad from where you're sitting. It's basically like ProctorU, and so that's super cool. I like that feature. And so so that's basically kind of the key features of iOS and iPadOS 18. Let's talk about macOS Sequoia. macOS Sequoia wasn't really as big. The biggest thing that I saw with it was iPhone mirroring, and basically what that is say you left your iPhone in your backpack, you can access your iPhone from your Mac and you can control everything that your iPhone does from your Mac. It basically opens a separate window on your Mac that is your iPhone, and so you can scroll through it. You can view things. Say you want to copy down a password, paste it onto whatever. And so see, that's the other thing. They made a new passwords app, and so now passwords is kind of its own thing, and so that's super cool. I like the passwords app, very cool. And so that's like the biggest feature that I took away from macOS Sequoia. The other one was how you can open notifications, or you get notifications from your iPhone to your Mac. And so that's super cool. You know, it kind of gives you more of that lock into the Apple ecosystem kind of vibe. Uh, websites automatically update, and existing logins to passkeys, and so yeah, things like that. And so now you could save your passwords to your iCloud, but now it's a little bit more organized and it's a little bit more better. And see, I didn't mention this, but yeah, you can, on iOS 18, we can move apps now anywhere we want. I haven't really taken full advantage of it because I personally like my wallpaper, but say now you can say you want to see your folks up top and you want to have all your apps on the bottom. Well, now you can do that. So yeah, super cool. Definitely something that we were very excited about, especially that calculator app. So let's talk about watchOS 11. There's only really two main features with watchOS 11. The biggest one is a new health and workout features, and basically they've made this system where it'll actually tell you if you're giving it your all or if you're giving it nothing. And so like if you're working out and you're just moderate or high or you're low on your scale. And so basically what this means is just trying to challenge people. And then the other thing is that you can do this thing called take breaks. And so what that does is it will actually pause workouts for the whole day. And so it won't ruin your badges or anything like that. You're just taking a break. And so I like that feature. That's pretty neat. Definitely a lot of cheating is going to happen going on with that and forward. We can also move the fitness icons anywhere we want on the iPhone app. So say you want to see how much you walk a day and things like that, but you want to see it up top. Well, so now you can do that. Now it's kind of like widgets. So super cool, super cool. tvOS. So Audio Insight will identify actor songs. So it's basically like Prime Video. And so what that is like they have a viewer insight, and basically what it'll tell you is it'll tell you who's in the scene and things like that. And so that's what Apple did. Apple invented this thing called Insights. And so basically what it does is you can view the song, and you can even add that song that is playing in the background of that movie. You can add that song to your Apple Music playlist. And you can even view actors and things like that are in the scene or just in the movie. So yeah, super cool for tvOS 18. You know, after all these features aren't really the biggest, and I'm gonna get to that in a sec. So then Apple announces Apple announced visionOS with the Mac and virtual display and travel mode. And so they basically changed, you could turn your flight into a movie theater. Well, now you can turn your train into a movie theater, just like how you could whenever you fly. The other thing is that we could also turn our Mac display into a wide view display, an ultra wide display, and that would res up to 4K. So pretty cool, super cool. I like to see it. I like to see the improvements with Apple Vision Pro. And apparently they announced that there are about 1,000 plus apps on the App Store for Apple Vision Pro, and those aren't including iPad or mobile apps. So yeah, super cool. Love to hear it, love to see it. And then so the other announcements. So we got a first look at what they call AI, and they call it Apple Intelligence. And so, you know, super cool. Apple Intelligence, you know, very cool. Dumb name, right? And so it's like, I was there when they invented that Apple Intelligence, right? And so, yeah, now we got Apple Intelligence, and basically what Apple Intelligence is it will, it's just like, you know, Google Gemini. And it actually, so they didn't mention Google. Now they did mention that future artificial intelligence will take place onto it. Now they did mention that ChatGPT, OpenAI, has signed and that they will take part in this action. And so, you know, basically, you know, it's the basic features: clean up my photo, or it can make a photo album for you. Like say I'm learning how to fish, it can start off with you sucking, and then it can keep on reeling to pictures that you started doing good at, where you started actually catching fishes. And so yeah, super cool. They also announced, where it can edit and auto generate things such as your emails and things like that, or it can help you along the way. That way you can have improvements while you're writing. So very cool. Now, I believe they said that this would only be available for M1 and up users, and I think it's available for all iPhones until I think the iPhone XR is what's going to be supported. Now, of course, but so super cool. I love to see it, and that's kind of it. I mean, WWDC was, it wasn't as packed as we thought. Now Apple Intelligence is pretty packed, and so the OpenAI source and things like that, those will be released in the fall, and then I think Apple Intelligence will be released later this month, probably in July. I could see it being released in July. And so yeah, super cool. I've been testing out iOS 18 myself, and the thing is that I haven't really used any of the new features yet. Now I am going to start trying some of the new features, such as that tap back, which they probably won't show up on other iPhone users, and that's okay. My friends thought it was crazy whenever I was deleting text messages from my phone like that, and they were like, bro, you just made that message explode. And so yeah, super cool. My favorite feature is probably the control center. I like the update, and I like how smooth it looks and how fast it can rapidly change, and so things like that. But anyway, we're gonna do more videos about DubDub, and especially I wanted to make a separate video about Apple Intelligence. We're also gonna do another video on me testing out iOS 18. And so yeah, definitely stay tuned to check out all of these different videos and all these different sources and things like that. So go check me out on Instagram, go check me out on Discord, and all of those will actually be linked below or at the end of this video. And so yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. And so yeah, I thank you for the support, guys. It really means a lot. I want to try to revive this channel and get some content moving. I'm also going to work on getting that microphone. It might be a little bit before I can do it, but I promise you, I'm listening to you. I hear your comments, and I just want y'all to know that I appreciate your feedback, and I appreciate you letting me keep doing this. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.